Canadian news might be faker than American news. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a wildfire in Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada, that started as a quote-unquote prescribed burn, got totally out of control. Now, what the news up there in Canada have failed to mention, for what I'm able to see, is that this was part of the Women in Fire training exercise. You see, the burn was for them to try to control and manage, but it got out of control. Now there's a raging wildfire. And before I go any further into that, let's roll the news clip from Canada. If you want to see this clip in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Prescribed burn near Banff yesterday also got out of control, creating some tense moments and a quick response from emergency workers. CTV's Austin Lee is standing by in Banff for us with more. And Austin, good morning to you. Tell us a little bit more about how this fire got started.
Well, Lois, the National Park here in Banff says that it was a change in the direction of the wind that really caught them off guard. And also, there were strong winds at that, so it was helping that fire, the flames, move along to the other side of the Trans-Canada Highway. And that's kind of what you see behind us here, is just those char marks on the ground and some smoke still in the air here, some smoldering pockets around the area. So a scary situation for people nearby.
Let me just pause for a minute. I'm not sure they're going to try to copyright me or whatever on this, because Canadians, they are a little bit different with that. But in some of the clips I saw, they didn't even show the fire. They were just showing B-roll footage of no fire. It's like, okay, we're talking about a wildfire. Why are you not showing the fire? And then, of course, why are you not mentioning the context of the so-called prescribed burn? Why don't you mention that this is part of a training exercise for women to become firefighters? Mention that part.
There's the Banff Light Horse Association. That's right around where we are, and multiple sheds at that horse association were burnt down, completely decimated. The fence line along their property has been burnt as well, and they had to evacuate about 10 to 12 horses yesterday, trying to get them away and obviously get them to safety here.
So the fire got close to like a resort area where people are. It wasn't just out in the middle of nowhere. This is close to a town where a lot of tourists come through.
News is that no horses or people were injured in this fire, and crews were able to act quickly, as you mentioned off the top there, with fire crews from the Banff Fire Department.
Okay, I think right here's going to get a little bit choppy with the audio. So that's pretty much what it is. They had to bring out outside firefighters from, I think, neighboring places, and then the firefighters from Banff. But they had firefighters that they were training on scene. But obviously, they were not able to keep the blaze from getting out of control. And then some are going to say, well, hey, ABO, you know, it's a prescribed burn. Sometimes it get out of control. The wind can get crazy. But see, the thing is, before they did this prescribed burn, there was already dry tinder. It was dry conditions. It had not been raining. It was unusually hot. So for them to even do this was dangerous from the beginning. But they had the whole thing scheduled, so they had to go ahead and go through with it. Now, this is from May 4th, and the fire, the prescribed, the controlled burn for the exercise happened, I think, on May 2nd. Matter of fact, I have a tweet here from Women's Treks, and that's, you know, the whole thing about trying to train women to become firefighters. They're trying to get more minorities and like Native women, Eskimo or whatever, to become firefighters. That's the whole thing, right? So this is from May 2nd. I think the conference started on May 1st. May 2nd, they say WTREX Canada is underway. A cultural ceremony was held with elders from the Stoney Nakoda nations to set good intentions for the event. Well, that didn't work, did it? Participants and organizers surveyed the hashtag RX Fire Unit. Fire operations are set to begin this week with a fire emoji. That the timing of that is bad. This is May 2nd. And then May 3rd, you got an out of control wildfire. So is it a coincidence? I think not. And here is the official event right here. Okay, let's check it out. WTREX Canada, Banff National Park, May 1st to the 12th. So it started May 1st. They had that tweet right there from May 2nd. And then May 3rd, you got an out of control wildfire. All right. So it says Banff National Park in May 2023, Banff National Park will be hosting the first WTREX Canada. The very first one results in the wildfire. WTREX Women in Fire Training Exchange is an intensive 12-day training exchange that combines practical live fire training, which means controlled burns, with indoor learning and discussion to advance participants' qualifications and experience in wildland fire operations. Now, indoor learning could be like if they set a house on fire. Like, and for a little bit of background, you see this hat I have on? You see the red line? I was going to be a firefighter. My dad was a firefighter. He was always trying to get me to join the fire department in Norfolk, Virginia or Virginia Beach. He was like, hey, you could join. He was a recruiter. He could get me in there. It'd be a shoe-in. They wanted more black males to be firefighters. I don't got no felonies. I'm a clean record. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'3". I'm pretty big, pretty strong. I would have been a shoe-in, getting $40,000 out the academy. All right. That was my intentions to be a firefighter as recently as like 2015, but my YouTube channel took off. So I was like, I might as well just do this. I was going to be a firefighter and continue being the graphic designer. And the reason why I'm telling you that is I know a little bit about fire and how things go. I know about the training exercises. I know about the tests you got to take. I know about surroundings, drown, and all that. I know some things about firefighting, just so you have that knowledge, but I digress. WTREX is an opportunity to engage participants of all different genders, ethnic, and racial backgrounds to explore the growing role of women in fire management, while also serving as a training opportunity to enhance their understanding of incident command system, fire ecology, communications, and outreach, leadership, prescribed fire planning, and more. This is an interagency event that will bring together fire managers and practitioners from various federal, provincial, and territorial agencies. So there's a flyer, and that's it, right? So that's what's going on. This was a training exercise to get more women involved in firefighting that went totally wrong. Now, from what I've been able to pick up and read, and I could be a little bit wrong, but I don't think I am, these women were not firefighters already. They were trying to become firefighters. They were trying to get into it more. They're trying to bring in Native women. They're trying to bring in people of color, all kind of stuff, so they can just build that up. Because typically, at least in the States, firefighters is white males. That's usually what it is. And also, do you know 70% of firefighters in the States are volunteer? Fun fact, but again, I digress. The point is that they're trying to up the numbers of minorities. I even said it about me. They wanted more black males in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. They wanted more black males to join the force. And Dad, he was telling me, he was like, a lot of times what happens is we're just not interested, meaning the black community, those that are going to college, you want to do a desk job, you're not really trying to be fighting fires. And then guys that do want to fight fires, by the time they get to that level, they already got a felony on the record, drug felonies, which, is not really permitted. So you can't really do too much. So a guy like me would have been a shoe-in. All right. But they're trying to do that to not be so quote unquote white. That's really the ultimate thing. Now, for a guy like me who is capable of fighting fires and I'm big and strong, all this and that and the third, it'd make sense for me to join. But some people probably shouldn't be firefighters, I don't think. And when you have something like this happen, it makes the whole situation of you trying to recruit people based on their gender and race and whatnot kind of ridiculous. Okay. And again, people are going to say, well, a fire can get out of control. It's a prescribed fire. It was an accident. It was already dry tinder. It was already hot conditions. So it was already dangerous from the beginning. So it looks like they put their effort to get more quote unquote minorities and women over safety. That's what it looks like. Now, maybe y'all wrong, but if I'm wrong, then I can't tell. As I close, I want to say this. I'm not against having everybody join the fire department. Reach out to everybody. Don't let it be a race specific thing. Go everywhere, reach out to everybody. If you reach out to everybody and it's not a thing of trying to have one group over the other, and it just so happens that 99% of the fire department is white males, and so be it. What are you going to do about that? Okay, 89% of the NBA is black males. What are you going to do about that? Is that a thing that you need to really try to make an effort to recruit different races to change? I don't think so. Everybody has access to a basketball. Everybody has access to the fire department. You can go there on the field trip. You can see the trucks. You know, little boys, they love the lights and whatnot. You can put a little boy in front of a TV with fire truck lights going off. He'll be there, stuck like Chuck. So, I mean, what more can you do? I tell you what you don't do is do this prescribed burn to try and be woke and then cause a wildfire that causes the surrounding areas to be evacuated. You don't do that. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this training exercise that went all the way wrong? Is it an accident? Is it just a coincidence? Or were they trying to be woke and then caused this out of control raging wildfire? And why won't the news even mention what was going on at the time? You don't got to say, you don't have to blame the conference. Just say, hey, there was a conference going on and they set a prescribed fire and then that fire got out of control. Why can't you mention that? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I'm not surprised at the media coverage or lack thereof in Canada. Canada is super woke and they've been like that for a long time. It's a small country population-wise, only like 20-something million people. And a lot of it is far left. You know, Justin Trudeau, that's their dear leader. And we know what kind of guy he is. So we kind of see the direction they're going in. Shout out to all the Canadians that don't fall into the woke, ridiculous nonsense. A lot of you guys watch me. Shout out to you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all, but y'all know what's happening in your country, unfortunately. And it's kind of mirroring what's happening in America, just to maybe even the worst extent because of how small population-wise you guys are in the great white north. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.